Hi, this is Justine Angelo. I also go by Hosta Funkia, and I'm going to talk a little bit about myself and why I want to be a part of the Brooke Owens Foundation. In my multimedia essay, I've decided to do Prompt1and6, and I believe I sort of answered them both at the same time. One of them talking about a little of the challenges that I've went through, and that being the most complex problem that I have ever solved, and how I got to this point, being me coming back to school. And then one also explaining my transcripts and GPAs, and you'll see how it ties into Prompt 6. My GPA and early transcripts probably tell you I'm not good academically, and it's really sad. That's how a lot of people will see them, and I do understand why. Obviously, as society, we amount our worth to numbers a lot, with weight sometimes, like when it comes to media and beauty, men and women. When it comes to intelligence, it comes to GPA, unfortunately, and I don't want that to be something that happens to me when being assessed as a person. I went through a lot when I started going to college. I didn't realize I had a lot of mental illnesses. I didn't at all. Maybe thought something didn't seem right. Didn't think much of it. I would get panic attacks. I was told that was normal. They started getting worse and worse, especially when my environments got more toxic, and it was affecting me daily with everything I did. Sometimes I would sleep for 14 hours a day because I was exhausted mentally. Other days, I wouldn't get any sleep because I had to deal with past and trauma. Just thinking about it, how it's affecting my daily life, how it really hurts. Because if it didn't happen, maybe I'd be living a normal life. At least that's what I like to think. I suffer, obviously, from what I've said so far, was PTSD and anxiety. That's probably half of it. There's more to it though. It's really hard to quantify it, so it could be a fraction, it could be a whole lot of it, but I also do suffer from bipolar, and a lot of the time, school makes sense to you when you're bipolar. I have bipolar type 2, so if anyone who's listening to this understands that, you'll understand what I'm coming from, but school is easier to do. You have energy. You have the ambition, the will. What it is actually an imbalance of chemicals in your brain. And in those moments of my life, I consider them mania. And it's a disproportional amount of endorphins and euphoria released in your brain that obviously are wonderful, wonderful things for you to feel, and you have all this energy to do the things that you would like to do. But the way my doctor has made sense of it to me is it's a lot like a come down from drugs, even though your brain does it naturally on its own. And you get really depressed. You can't do anything. You're exhausted. You're very, very, very unhealthy and sad. You have intrusive thoughts. Sometimes you had to be hospitalized for it. I've probably been hospitalized in my depression 3 times in my life. All of it in my adulthood. And through that, knowing this, after hearing everything I've told you, my transcripts and GPA can make a lot more sense. So, in a way, my GPA and transcript tells a different story. That I didn't understand how to handle my mental illnesses or how to cope with them. And now that I'm growing up and understanding myself a lot more, that I've grown, gotten stronger, become a better person. I still suffer from all those things. That hasn't changed. I just know how to, I don't want to say deal with it. And as much as I do live with it, that's not quite the case either. I think what it is the fact that I've gotten a lot stronger.
I volunteer in ARC's program called Design Hub, which just gives the opportunity for a lot of students to get work experience and the idea of what their career is going to look like. And I was surprised that there was a project exactly tailored to what I actually thought my career was going to be. And that exactly was helping build a simulation for particle colliding, which is a little out of my depths. But thankfully, there are a lot of people in Design Hub that are studying the same thing I am. I just started my academic career in physics not too long ago, so there is still a lot for me to learn. I think going and delegating and asking for help and creating a team together, I was deemed by the person who organizes the whole Design Hub as project manager of the particle collision engine, which I thought was interesting and fun. It's kind of scary, but when I get in there and I start doing it, I have a pretty good work pace and a workflow, and it kind of grounds the idea that what I really want to do is something that I really want to do. Just going into it and not quite knowing exactly the knowledge that I have to be doing this thing, and I'm still doing it, and I'm getting resources and help to finish my project. Like, imagine if I did have all this, the knowledge and the internal resources and years of academic knowledge to continue this project. I'm saying a lot. Just knowing that I can do this without having all the knowledge and the internal resources and the academic background, and I'm still striving, still going, and still proceeding the project and still making progress. It just shows that there would just be so much potential if I did have all that academic background, which is really exciting. So once I actually get into my career and I'm not just volunteering in community college, there would just be so much progress. There'd be so much stuff getting done. I would be doing so many things. It's just mind-blowing to me sometimes. So I'm also in Women in STEM. I'm the public representative. We're hosting a science fair. It's going to be coinciding with the Growth Opportunity Enrichment Program, which I actually am a participant of. It gives stipends to only a few people. It's a prestigious program that gives opportunity to people in need financially, and when they saw my application, which was great because it's gonna be so awesome for me to be able to just get the little help that I need to continue my academic growth. So the science fair is not only just coinciding with the GEO conference, it's going to be a part of the Eschaton nonprofit event coordination. And with Eschaton, what they do is they provide independent living for seniors. I'm thankfully friends with the event coordinator, and we started talking about how it would be great to kind of give and donate time like that to show them exactly the scientific progress that the younger generation is doing. So getting that mentorship and getting the guidance from someone probably older than me and didn't have as much permission as I probably do to give me, in a sense, in and outs or advice and guidance would not just help my career and my schooling and academia, but I think there's a lot of life lessons to learn in this mentorship. I don't know quite what they would be, but I'm actually really excited to see and to hear what my mentor would have to say. I don't even know what kind of questions I would ask, but I could trust that they or she would have the right thing to say to me. I trust that their experience would be beneficial to the experiences that I'm about to have. And it's quite beautiful and exciting and really rewarding. I mean, I don't even know that I got it yet, but just thinking about it, I just get really excited because I know there's so much ahead and so much potential if I get into the internship. That's a lot of good things could just happen.
Even though you're gonna see my GPA and transcripts the way they are, I hope you understand that's not me academically. That's just me not understanding my life at that moment, and I'm coming to you with this attempt to join your beautiful, wonderful internship. Brooke Owens and everything she stood for, I'm so about it. I'm so for it, and it could do wonders for me. And because of that, you will see that those shouldn't reflect what I am, but maybe what I've gone through. And on top of that, and because of it, I am stronger academically for it. I'm stronger as a person for it. I'm stronger as a person who identifies as femme. I hope you still consider me